Tickets are cheap right now. Buy an extra seat. Trust me in this. Trust me in this.
Flight 527 ready for departure.
Hello everyone and welcome to my Moxie life. My name is Martha and I am so happy that you're here. Thank you for joining me today. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to subscribe. Just click that subscribe button and then over to the side, click the little bell. That way it'll notify you when I make new posts because YouTube won't tell you unless you do. I have been asked to make a video about traveling with children for a while and I just keep putting it off. So here we go, we're gonna do it. Two of my really good friends have traveled extensively with their small children. Their kids are bigger now, but so I asked them, what are your most favorite top tips that made traveling just seem so much better with your kids? And so here we go. Today I am going to give you 5 awesome tips for traveling with children. All right, so when my kids were little, we did not travel a ton, especially on airplanes. I was not about it. First of all, it's expensive. And it has gotten a lot cheaper, a lot more affordable to travel with kids than it was when my kids were little. And I just was not into traveling with small kids. Like, I did not want to go camping. I was not about having dirty babies and having to deal with all that. If you did that, if you can do that, you are awesome. You are a better person than I am. I just didn't want to do it. And all of these tips are going to have a little flight attendant spin on them. Of course, I'm a flight attendant. Okay, so tip number 1, if you pack it, you rack it. And I go by this for adults as well. If you're going to stuff your bag so heavy that you can barely lift it, barely carry it, then you need to go home and repack. So this mom friend, she said she tells her kids if they're going to pack a backpack that they want to bring with them on the trip, then they need to put in it and what they can carry, because they're going to be carrying it through the airport on their backs. So she said that they need to feel it out if they want to bring toys or books or snacks or whatever they're going to put in it, and make sure they can handle it. And I say the same thing for adults. If you can't lug that bag and put it up in that overhead bin, then you need to rethink your packing because something is wrong. You should not be relying on someone else to lift your bag. All right, tip number 2 is bring snacks. Make sure you let the kids help you pick out the snacks that they're gonna have on the airplane. Obviously, airplanes do have some snacks, but usually they're very limited. If you have to purchase them, they're very expensive. I recommend packing the things that they like. Pack them in small little baggies or whatever that they can manage on their own. And I recommend nothing super sticky or messy. I realize people crunch crackers all over the place. We have it all the time, but something that you can clean up at least a little bit fairly easily when we arrive at our destination. So snacks that they like and snacks that are easily cleaned up. Side note on the snacks, also, if they are old enough, bring gum. Gum is really helpful in takeoff and landing. It relieves the pressure. The chewing relieves the pressure as the cabin pressurizes on takeoff and landing. Now, if they're too small for gum, I have seen parents do suckers or something to suck on, like babies will, drink a bottle or have a pacifier, which is also very helpful. So that sucking or chewing motion, it kind of pops open the ears. All right, tip number 3. Tip number 3 is electronics. Now, when my kids were little, we did not have access to the electronics that we have now and the technology. It is awesome for travel. Do not feel bad about bringing electronics for your kids on travel. No one is judging you. Every single adult practically is either watching a show or listening to music or something on their device. So if you have a tablet, if you have a cell phone, you have a laptop, bring it and bring headphones. Make sure that everyone that's going to be watching or listening to something has their own headphones. That is common courtesy. If they're too big, my mom friend said that she would put a little sweatband around the headphones, but I have seen hats that have headphones. I've seen headbands that have headphones. There is an option no matter how little they are. bring headphones. Nobody wants to hear anybody else's activities. Side note on this particular tip, make sure that you have something actually downloaded to your phone or your tablet, whatever device you're using, just in case the Wi-Fi is not working. On our aircraft, we don't have TVs of any kind, but we do have free Wi-Fi, so we have movies and TV and games. But there are aircrafts that the Wi-Fi just isn't working. Something's broken. So if you happen to get on one of those planes, you are going to be prepared, and you are not going to be the one saying, oh, I don't have Wi-Fi, what are the kids going to do? You're going to be ready, because you're going to be like, oh, I already downloaded a couple things, so we're all set, no big deal, right? That's my tip, because I've been there. All right, tip number 4. Tip number 4, find a way to get off the plane. If you have a stop, say you're flying from LA to New York and you have a stop in Chicago, book your flight so that you have enough time to get off at your leisure. Let the babies run around a little bit, have a little snack, everybody eats something, takes a moment, and then you go to your next leg. Be careful when you're booking, because sometimes you will have a layover and it will be 21 minutes to get from one side of the Chicago airport to the other. Let me tell you this, even for a grown adult by themselves, it can be very stressful. I have done it and it is not that fun. So if you're dragging kids with you or pushing strollers or however it looks, you are going to be stressed out. So give yourself enough time. Now, also be careful if you're booking through a third-party app, you may end up with a ton of time in between that you don't want. You know, you don't want to have 5 hours at Chicago Airport. You want to have 2 hours at Chicago Airport, because I guarantee you 2 hours is going to fly by the time you deplane, by the time you get to the other gate, you do your thing, and then boarding starts again. 2 hours will slip on by. Trust me in this. So make sure you have some time to relax for a minute, let the kids get the wiggles out, get onto your next flight, and everybody's ready to sit again for another couple hours. All right, tip number 5, which is my favorite tip and the one that I would say above all else, focus on this first. And it is not a requirement when they're under 2, but let me just tell you, get everyone their own seat. Now, if you have a newborn, I could see where, you may not feel the need, but I can tell you, you will thank me. You will be sitting on the plane and you will think, I just thank Martha so much for telling me to spend a few extra dollars and get that extra seat. Now, on top of getting the extra seat, bring the car seat. Your kids are used to sitting in car seats. They will be so much more comfortable. You will have such an easier time getting them in that seat, in that buckle, than sitting in the regular airplane seat with the seatbelt on. Trust me in this. I have seen many kids fighting their parents on putting that airplane seatbelt on. I don't know why. I don't understand it, why they hate it, why it doesn't translate from the car seatbelt, but they do not want to do it. So make it easy on yourself. Give yourself a moment. Bring that car seat. I know it's kind of bulky and annoying, but let me tell you, when you are all seated in your own seats, your kids buckled in, you can just hand them a little snacky, or you can hand them their device to watch, and you don't have to wrangle them around and they're running up and down the aisles, getting in the way of, the flight attendants trying to work. It will change you. It will make you, trust me, you'll be a believer. And they do make ones that have wheels on them. I know I've seen them somewhere. I was trying to find a link and I couldn't find one, but I know they make car seats that have wheels, so you could put the kid in it and just roll them around the airport. So get everyone a seat. Everyone gets their own seat. Cheap tickets are cheap right now. Buy an extra seat. Trust me in this. Trust me in this. All right, those are my top 5 tips for traveling with children. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I've certainly enjoyed making it, and I am so thankful that you're here. please come back again and check out. We've got more awesome travel content and workouts coming your way. And that's it. See y'all. Have a great day.